Hey guys, Mitch here. Today we're going to be installing a rear track style strut tower bar. If you're looking to see how hard it is to install, this is about a 3 or 4 out of 10. If you've purchased it already, thanks for buying, and we're going to get right to it. Step one, we're going to take the rear trunk pan out, as you see coming out right here. We're going to set it to the side for now. And then we're going to start removing panels. So basically there's 2 spin nuts on each side right here. And you might want to find a spot to put these just so you don't lose them. Then you're going to need a panel puller. It's going to look something like this. Just something to pull Christmas tree pins out with. We'll pull pins out. There'll be 4 in the back panel. There'll be 4 on each side here, 2 per side. And then we'll move up and we'll show you the front ones here in a second. Set this aside as well. Next, we're going to move right here behind the rear wheel tub. There's 2 more panel pins on each side, so it's easier just to kind of go over top of this one and pull out. And then move down here, pull this one out, and repeat for the other side. Okay guys, now we're going to move inside. As you can see, we've got the back seat folded down. We're going to remove some more Christmas tree pins. You got one here, and one here. So we're going to remove those and put them back in the same pile. And you're going to repeat that step for the same positions on the other side. As you can see, this panel will now start to fold out, and we'll remove it from the rear. And we're going to remove this panel. As you can see, there's not a whole lot to it. We're going to get this ready to mark up and punch holes and split for the bar. Okay, now we got the other side unhooked. We're going to remove this side, and we'll set this one over here with the other one, and we'll start laying out our holes. Our next step's going to be, I've already cut this out so it'll save a little bit of time on your video and in your install. The Challenger pattern is a universal flip pattern. It will go from the right to the left. As you can see, this here is the passenger side. It's going to lay right in there like so. You'll mark this hole and you'll mark this split. See where I've split the paper here? You'll split it there all the way to that hole, and then you'll flip it. Go to the driver's side. It lays in there the same way. You'll mark the hole, mark the split, and split it. With the driver's side template in place, we're going to mark this hole with some kind of Sharpie, silver or something, so you can see it on the black. Then we're going to come down here, and we're going to mark this split, because we'll actually cut that so that it'll go down over the bar. We'll move to the other side, do it real quick. Make sure that it's touching all the corners correctly. We are. We're going to mark this hole. Mark our split. Then we're ready to cut. Next, we're going to cut our holes in our carpet here for our bar to go through. You can do this with a box cutter or X-Acto knife or any kind of scissors. If you got scissors to cut a hole that small. Here at Petty's Garage, we like to burn them in, basically. So you'll take a piece of tubing, you'll heat it up, and you'll just press through both. It's got jute on the back side and the carpet, so you'll press through both sides. Makes a really nice, clean hole. It sears the edges so that they don't run. Once again, if you're not comfortable using this way, a box cutter or an X-Acto knife or scissors or anything just to cut your hole will be sufficient. This is the way we do it here. Be sure to get it plenty hot enough to where it goes through in one pass. That's that. Move to the other side. Do not lay out on your carpet, it will make a mess. Next, we're going to lay our line out where we're going to cut. We're going to split the hole in the middle there, go out to our line, lay our tape out on both sides. We're just going to cut right up our line here. You will have to cut through the jute on the back side of the carpet. It will be a little tough. There's what your carpet will look like after it's done. Now it's time to cut our foil pan here. Get your pattern cut out. Ensure that it's on the front edge of your panel. We're going to measure off the corners and verify that these corners are centered. So we want the same number on each side. Now with some kind of silver sharpie or something that will show up on your black, we're going to mark that. When you're done, you'll have a nice layout right here of what you got to cut. Next, we're going to use just a regular old jigsaw. Probably better to have like a wood blade in it, you know, because you're going to be cutting through plastic. If you don't have a wood blade, the other will do it, it just won't do it quite as fast. And we're just going to trim out this spot right here. Now we're just going to deburr this where we just finished cutting. Next, we're going to take our torch and we're just kind of burn the ends, just to kind of sear them off a little bit so that they're not fuzzy. Okay, now it's time to put our bar in. We're going to ensure that it goes over the studs in the front and the rear. I'll move inside. Next, we're going to locate our cups, washers, and nuts, and we're going to install them on the back side here. Then we're going to grab our tall nuts and washers and we're going to put them on the front. Wow. Next, we're going to run these nuts down snug. Again, this is a 17mm wrench. Okay, now we're going to tighten these nuts up using a 19mm socket. Now, if you have means to a torque wrench, we're going to torque these bolts in the back to 35 foot-pounds. If you don't have a torque wrench, just get them good and snug. Next, we're going to torque the front bolts to 45 foot-pounds. And again, if you don't have a torque wrench, just snug them up pretty good. Now we're ready to reinstall this in reverse order. Okay guys, time to go to the track.